What's going on, all you Minties? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, and let's talk about two more Marvel Omnibus reprints coming out this November. So, let's get started. This video is sponsored by Marvel Comics, so thank you so much to David Gabriel and the fine folks at Marvel for sending us advance notice of both of these reprints coming out this November. Before going any further, though, please don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, ring that bell for notifications, share the video, let others know where you get your exclusive breaking news in the Marvel Collected Editions world. And in the comments down below, stay away from there unless you want to be spoiled. But after watching the video, by all means, let me know which covers you're going to get, talk amongst yourselves, let us know what you think of both of these books. So, let's go back, rewind a little bit to talk about that top 20 most wanted Marvel Omnibus reprint list. Let's see if we find both of these on there. First book I'm going to be talking about, coming in November of 2022, War of the Kings Omnibus, finally coming out. A lot of you all lost faith that it was ever going to be reprinted. Well, hope springs eternal, right? So let's take a look at the standard edition cover. Not sure why I always point over there, like it's right here, and then it'll be over there. So let's look at this standard edition cover. So this standard edition cover is drawn by David Yarden. This is the same cover that was available with the first printing of the book. The first printing of the book came out in 2016. And my goodness, the prices that this book goes for in the aftermarket is insane. But before talking about it and the importance of the Marvel Cosmic Universe during this time, let's take a look at the content. So collecting Uncanny X-Men 475 to 486, that's of course Rise and Fall of the Shi'ar Empire, Emperor Vulcan 1 through 5, Secret Invasion, War of the Kings, X-Men Kingbreaker 1 through 4, War of the Kings Darkhawk 1 and 2, War of the Kings Warriors 1 and 2, War of the Kings 1 through 6, that's the main series, War of the Kings Ascension 1 through 4, Savage World of Scar, Nova 23 to 28, Guardians of the Galaxy 13 through 19. Those are the series that started because of Annihilation and Annihilation Conquest. War of the Kings, Who Will Rule, and Marvel Spotlight War of the Kings. That is a lot of issues in there. 1,304 pages to be exact. And finally coming back out to print. But not only just coming back out to print, let's check out this awesome direct market cover. So this direct market cover is drawn by Brandon Peterson, and I have to say, this is the cover that they used for the oversized hardcover, and I was hoping they'd use it again for the Omnibus, but now I'm glad that they're using it for the direct market cover. I mean, it features your two big players, Black Bolt and Vulcan, as well as the reason why they're fighting and who all is involved and why the X-Men are involved. You have the Shi'ar there, so of course you have to involve the X-Men. I love this big crossover. This is one of my favorite eras of Marvel Comics. I mean, it's, you know, DNA by this point was just kicking all kinds of butt. And of course, I'm talking about Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning. So, if you're keeping tabs, if you want to know the reading order, it goes Annihilation, which is coming back into print later this year, Annihilation Conquest, and then you have War of the Kings Prelude, Road to War of the Kings Omnibus, and then War of the Kings Omnibus, this one that I'm just talking about, and War of the Kings Aftermath, Realm of the Kings. Here is just something I'm going to go ahead and say. The War of the Kings Prelude and War of the Kings Aftermath, as of this video, are still pretty easy to get. But anytime I make these videos, within minutes, those books will be out of print. It's crazy. So, you know, get them while you can is what I'm trying to say, before they go out of print, so you can finally read all this together in one nice... Oh, they look wonderful on the shelf. I love this. This is my favorite Cosmic era. Now, we're not done yet, because we got another reprint. See if this one was in the top 20. So, speaking of reprints, speaking of Cosmic, and speaking of November, it is my pleasure to finally announce Silver Surfer by Dan Slott and Mike Allred Omnibus. Yes! Finally, all you people that have been asking me about this book, I can finally say it's coming back this November. Let's take a look at the standard edition cover. So the standard edition cover is the classic cover here by Mike Allred. This is the one that was featured in the first printing. And the first printing, of course, only had one standard edition cover. That was it. So this new printing will have a direct market cover and a standard edition cover. So let's talk about the content first. This collects Silver Surfer 1 through 15. This, of course, being the 2014 series, all new Marvel now. Point 1, number 1, Silver Surfer story, just the Silver Surfer story, and then the 2016 relaunch of Silver Surfer issues 1 through 14. Finally coming back into print. This, I love this omnibus, and oh my gosh, this was freaking hard to find. Like, I remember this is when the game changed for omnibus collectors. Because I remember this came out in December of 2018, and I think it was gone within a month. They did a small restock, and that was gone, and I had never seen a book sell out so quick. And then came Wolverine and the X-Men, that was gone. Uncanny X-Force was gone. I started seeing a trend, and I'm like, oh, I think there are more people buying this stuff than just me. There's a lot of us, and man, there are a ton of us. And now the people that missed out on it can go and see what this wonderful story is. But before I go any further, let's take a look at the direct market cover. And the direct market cover is Mike Allred again, but this time it's just Silver Surfer. It's not featuring Dawn Greenwood. So Dawn Greenwood is your human character that somehow gets intertwined with the life of Norrin Radd and becomes kind of like his partner. Dan Slott did such an awesome job. This is like, it reminded me a lot of Doctor Who. I love this particular story. It brought tears, it brought joy into my life. My wife loved it. I think anybody that I've ever shown it to has really fallen in love with this. So for the first time coming back, I keep saying for the first time, but I mean, this is the reprint. This is the first time it's being reprinted. And like I said, the first printing went like that. So make sure that when this book and War of the Kings comes back to print, you pre-order when that is available. Because as I mentioned before in the past, whenever there's a new printing of a book, there's usually smaller print runs than the initial printing. And if people had a hard time finding it the first time around, maybe this time around might be the same thing. I hate for anybody to miss it, so just make sure you pre-order. It's always important. And this was the Uncanny Omar. I hope I was able to bring a lot of joy and happiness into people that have been wanting this. And if you've been keeping tabs, that's pretty much just about all of our top 20 most wanted Marvel Omni reprints. So everybody, please don't forget to hit that like button on the way out. Comment down below. Let me know which covers you're going to get. And more importantly, everyone, stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.